Hey guys, what's going on and welcome to today's video and deck tech for Legends of Runeterra. Today's deck we're going to be talking about is a deck I built mostly for fun, but when I went and played it on ladder, I went from 0 LP to 180 LP in Masters. I think I did that over maybe, I want to say like 12 or so games. I can't remember the exact amount of games. But yeah, so what we're going to be looking at today is Riven Swain. Again, like I said, I originally built the deck for fun. Mostly I just wanted to play Riven, and then the deck did decently well, so I decided to make a video about it. So let's go look at the video. Sorry, let's go look at the deck itself real quick. Okay, here we go. Now, the first thing you might say, and the first thought you might have is, why would I play this deck and play Riven over Draven? In my honest opinion, I would say Draven Swain is a better deck because Draven is a better champion than Riven, purely because of two reasons. One, Draven has quick attack, and he gets a spinning axe on summon on play, while Riven, she only has, her main benefit is the +1 health, but I guess she's easier to level up. But yeah, so in this list, comparing it to Swain Draven, because that's the easiest deck I would say to compare it to, we completely cut Piltover and Zon. Now, by cutting Piltover and Zon, we do lose a lot of the good stuff. Specifically, we lose the removal suite that Piltover and Zon gives us, specifically things like Mystic Shot and Thermogenic Beam. Our draw gets worse too because we lose Rummage. We have Avarosan Sentry to try and shore up our draw, but obviously Avarosan Sentry is nowhere near as good as Rummage. And sure, of course, you can say, well, Avarosan Sentry is on a body, so we might trade. Of course, of course. We also lose Ballistic Bot, but Ballistic Bot's not as needed in this deck compared to Draven Swain, because again, we're not running Rummage, and we don't care about having something to discard to Spinning Axe. So by going into we do get something positive though for trading off our Piltover and Zon for Freljord. First off, we get one of the best Freljord spells in the game, and that is Troll Chant. Troll Chant's just so nutty. Again, we get the Ember Maiden, Wolf Rider combos. You know, turn 3 Ember Maiden, turn 4 Wolf Rider. That's really big ramp. Ember Maiden also really synergizes well with Swain. Thanks to Ember Maiden, it's not uncommon to see a leveled up Swain on 5. Ember Maiden also is really nice at trying to make the turns awkward for a Zoe player as well. And another big thing we get here that Piltover and Zon doesn't give you is healing. One of the weaknesses that Draven Swain and Draven Ezreal decks have in general is they don't have healing at all. So every point of damage that is done to them is permanent. Tavern Keeper, sure, it can be used to heal for face, but sometimes we'll also use it to heal up our own Riven as well, and so on and so forth. And then as for the late game, we got the classic Swain Leviathan. So let's talk about every single card real quick. I just gave a quick overview as to why we play Freljord over Piltover and Zon. First up, we got Ravenous Block. There's not much to talk about this. One of the best Noxus cards and just removal in the game. Next up, Avarosan Sentry. We just need early game so we don't die. Sentry's pretty decent at that, and he draws a card, so it helps us from running out of cards. Next up, Legion Grenadier. A little bit of a weird inclusion, you might think, because we're not an aggro deck, but Grenadier does two things. One, he blocks and trades relatively well, and thanks to him dying and pinging our opponent, that does two things. One, it helps out Swain with his stuns and leveling up. And two, the bigger one is he gives us another way to activate Wolf Rider in the early game. Next card up, we got Troll Chant. Troll Chant, again, if you've played against any Freljord deck, you've probably seen Troll Chant. This card is just nuts. You can get some insanely high value trades with this. And then Culling Strike up next. Combos really well with Troll Chant as well, of course. I also really just like Culling Strike in general. It's just so good. It's part of our removal suite as a way to deal with Zoe herself. I feel like if you are playing the game right now, you need to have at least 3, preferably 6 ways to deal with Zoe for 3 mana or less, and we have that in the form of Culling Strike and the next card, which is Death's Hand. We also have Ember Maiden, but she doesn't deal with Zoe on play. But Death's Hand is just a pretty decent Noxus card. Little extra reach in the late game for that 1 damage ping. Works really well with Swain because of how he levels up. Just a decent card overall. And since we can't play Mystic Shot, we might as well play the next best thing, which is Death's Hand. Next up, I talked a little bit about Ember Maiden. Just a fine, solid card here because we are playing, as I said, the Ember Maiden Wolf Rider combo. Also, it makes turns awkward for your opponents. They might not want to play out as many things as they were going to play out because of Ember Maiden. Also, I guess since she is reach 2, kind of like Death's Hand, like a 1 damage ping, it's also nice. And then we got Tavern Keeper, just solid heals here. Not much to talk about with this guy. If you even wanted to, you could heal up Ember Maiden to get more pings, but you would probably not do it. And then we have Riven herself. Again, like I said, nowhere near as good as Draven, but on defense, she's a little bit better than Draven because of her 1 extra health. And because she gives all the fragments of her blade. You can do some cute stuff, such as give Swain, especially when he levels up, Overwhelm, which would be very cute to get an easy Nexus strike. But yeah, mostly just here to generate shards and block and eat removal and prepare the way for your late game. 1 Scorched Earth, I'm not sure about this. I kind of want to play 2. I just don't know what else I could cut. Maybe cut 1 Babbling Bjerg, because more and more Plaza decks are becoming more and more popular. But for now, I just have 1. Speaking of the next card, we have Babbling Bjerg as well. Only 2 in the current list. I started with 3 and then I went down to 2 because the third Bjerg, I only really wanted to draw the first one, and the third Bjerg usually didn't hit anything. So only 2 now to really make sure I can find Leviathan on turn 8. And then next up we got Wolf Rider. Wolf Rider is one of the reasons we like to play this deck because it lets us ramp faster. And Wolf Rider herself is just a strong card. Not strong as in stat-wise, but she just attacks in really well. And when your opponent sees the first Wolf Rider, they might start to play around other Wolf Riders, which could lead to unfavorable trades from your opponent, which is always nice. And then we got our late game, which is Swain, Farron, and Leviathan. I don't think I need to talk too much about Swain and Leviathan. You play a leveled up Swain, or have a leveled up Swain on the field, or you have Leviathan on the field. You stun a lot of stuff. There's only 1 Captain Farron in the list. You could probably cut this in all honesty. If I were to cut Captain Farron, I would cut Farron, cut a Bjerg, add another Scorched Earth, and add something else I don't know. But I just wanted to add in another Captain Farron because usually if I played the second Bjerg, I wouldn't have anything to draw with the second Bjerg, so I wanted a 4th hit for Babbling Bjerg. So that's pretty much it. Maybe there's something I'm not thinking of that Babbling Bjerg can hit that's better than Farron, but his Decimates have come in handy every now and again, and he's just an 8 mana 8/8 with Overwhelm, which is surprisingly big for a late game card. Anyway, though, with that quick walkthrough of every single card and why they're in here and the game plan, let's get in a couple of games real quick. All right, we got Zoe, Teemo. Everyone's trying to throw in Zoe with everything. But as for mulligans, what we look for is obviously very matchup dependent, but this is actually a very decent hand, and I'm probably going to keep everything here, maybe even the Tavern Keeper, as I assume my opponent's going to be slightly aggressive, but we would love to start with Ember Maiden, Wolf Rider in almost every single matchup, removal spells as well, like Culling Strike for against Zoe, and I feel like my opponent's going to be a little bit aggro, so I like the Tavern Keeper keep here. Other things to look for are obviously the Legion Grenadiers, Avarosan Sentries. We just got the Grenadier. That's wonderful. I assume turn 1 Zoe here because they always have turn 1 Zoe. I hate to see it. It's fine. I'm actually going to not play this Grenadier here on 3. I want to bank mana here so I can go turn 2 pass. Turn I could threaten a Culling Strike here actually, but because they played Teemo, I want to go turn 2 pass here, bank this mana, turn 3 Ember Maiden, hold up Culling Strike in case they try to remove Ember Maiden, which I have a feeling they will, so I can Culling Strike Zoe, and then turn 4 Wolf Rider. That is the plan for now. Riven changes the plan, but I still just slam the Ember Maiden, I think. force them to answer this. Seems they can't answer it. They could still Mystic Shot here. I was going to say they could also look for... Oh, that is not good. They have nothing. I was going to say they could look for Equinox. You have to be very careful against Zoe decks in general because of Equinox. Equinox silencing a boat is always a feel bad for you. Sure, you still have a 5/8, but you paid an 8 mana... You paid 8 mana for a 5/8 that drew a card, which is not amazing. Also, what a great draw. I'm going to just block here. There's no point in not blocking here. And just play Wolf Rider. So we got to I got to show off the combo. Ember Maiden into Wolf Rider ramp. I'll have 6 mana next turn. Now I can play Riven. I could even heal up with Tavern Keeper, but this is just great. And I'm even going to open attack here with the Wolf Rider. Make them scared that I might ramp again. That's annoying, but whatever. So they might even trade here because they think I might ramp again, but she has Overwhelm, so they'll probably just take it. If they trade here, I am very happy with this. She did her job. She ramped. She traded for a card. Sure, my opponent got Mushroom Clouds, but those aren't real cards. I guess they are kind of real cards. My opponent's playing Teemo. Ooh, what are you doing? That's kind of a problem, in all honesty.
Speak, I say.
So I think I'm going to Death's Hand here. Let me see here. 3, 6, 8. If I Death's... I'm going to start with Riven. See if they play something. They're not. So I'm going to Death's Hand here. To fill their hand up with gems to force them to play something. I feel like they might play Neandroid here. Like, I feel like that's what they got from the, I don't even know what this card is. Hold on. Calculated Creations. I don't know what my opponent is doing here. It's crazy. Okay, you know what? I don't know what they're doing here. I guess they're doing this so they can have all the gems? So they'll play Neandroid and play a bunch of gems on the Neandroid? Okay, and then they play a Mushroom to, yeah, force me to, I don't know. They don't have that many cards left. I think I got this. I don't think my opponent can stop this. I found my Leviathan for the next turn. I just need to not die to Neandroid this turn. And I doubt I will. If they play Neandroid, I'm going to start off with a Culling Strike right away so they won't be able to play gems in response. Or, you know, they could rummage away. They want... Wait. This guy kept... So there's an Android. This guy kept gems over a star chart. That's huge for me that they wanted to do that. I will do this now so they can't gem in response. Like, that is so huge that they would that they prefer having gems over a star chart, so I don't have to get hit by Equinox now. And if they have anything here, I have yo. I wasn't expecting that. Wow. I see what they try to do with this deck, but yeah. I was gonna say, as I was saying, if they have anything, they're probably gonna concede here. I have this. So unless they play like, I don't know, some weird 0 mana card I can't think of, they can't stop this. I mean, that's not great for me. I traded Troll Chant and Culling Strike for an Android and a Suit Up. I'm getting pinged every now and again. Alright, I'll just play a... They shouldn't be able to kill this. Because of my ramp, actually, too. Thanks to my ramp, this is a turn 7 Leviathan. That's great. Alright, I'll just do this. They'll probably trade for the 3-2, I assume, here. I really don't see how my opponent comes back from this. They needed to Thermogenic Beam my Swain here. Ooh, maybe they try to kill the boat? Oh no, they want to go for that. Okay, okay, I'm very fine with that. They wanted to trade and keep that alive. I was thinking like maybe they'll block the boat and then next turn they'll Mystic Shot. But yeah, now I just play Swain. Now we just do the classic hold up Swain and Swain boat to victory. And that's it. That's the game.
I know what I must do.
All right, that was a really quick game. So let's play another one. Now this time, I'm not as confident. We're playing against Ezreal Draven, probably one of the better decks in the format. in my opinion, probably the best deck in the format. I'm going to keep this entire hand. Calling Strike is really nice against Ezreal. It's okay against Draven. Thanks to Troll Chant, I might be able to bait them into discarding a real card. Grenadier comes onto the field and helps fight for the board. And then we got Riven on 3. Not a bad start. Okay, yeah, we got a curve. I'm going to pass here. If they do nothing, I'm happy with that. If they play Ballistic Bot, I will still do nothing here. I want to play Riven and have Troll Chant up because of this. This is specifically why I wanted to bank my mana instead of playing Grenadier here. We usually only play Grenadier early if we need something to start or stop my opponent's aggro, or if we're trying to get a really quick what's the card I'm thinking of? A quick Wolf Rider ramp, and we don't have Ember Maiden. If they don't even attack in here, which they might not, because I feel like if they would have attacked in, they would have done it first before playing that. I'm fine with this. This is great. So here I've got an interesting turn. I think I'm just going to play Babbling Bjerg and say go. I don't really want to attack in with Riven into Draven. Well, it looks like they're going to play, looks like they're going to play Ravenous Flock here. Which is honestly fine. If they're going to do that, I might as well do this then. They'll just play Flock here now anyway. Which, you know, it's okay. That could have even been a bluff, too, to force me to do a bad attack, and they would have traded, like, I don't know, traded the Ballistic Bot for that, but I doubt they would trade Ballistic Bot. Ezreal Draven loves their Ballistic Bots. But yeah, we're a little bit weak here because we're playing on an even playing field now. My opponent doesn't actually have anything. I wasn't expecting an open attack here like this. I'm going to try to Troll Chant here. I have a feeling I might get hit by Mystic Shot. But even then, like, I'm thinking, like, maybe they're going to Spinning Axe into something, but I don't think they have anything. Like, if they double Mystic Shot here, they lose the game. Like, this has to just trade. And now I just play Riven again. Well, I could try to kill Ballistic Bot, but if I try to kill Ballistic Bot, they just play Ignition. Or not Ignition, Spinning Axe, and make me cry.
And blade, both broken.
I'm mostly just on the stall and stall right now strategy. Seems they want to ping me. But yeah, I'm just on the stall strategy, I think, right now. Stall until I can Leviathan them. And I'd rather bank this mana, too. This deck plays very similarly to what they're playing, too. Very similar to that deck. Overwhelm. Overwhelm. Do I like Overwhelm? That changes things. I think I will start with Grenadier here. Just to get some board presence. It's a nice attack, too. Chump one. Let's see. 3, 6, 9 cards in hand. I think I'm just going to do this attack to put on a lot of pressure. I assume they would do this. And now we can see the power of Troll Chain. I can save 2 of my units. Like, do this. Shrink this. This way, if they do anything else with Chump Wump, I can Calling Strike Chump Wump. I assume they have something here. Okay, they're buffing up this so it trades. Sure, I'm fine with that. What did you discard? I wasn't paying attention. Okay, I feel like my opponent's making a mistake here. It seems like they're trying to play their ignitions every single turn, which, in my opinion, you don't have to do. Feels like another flock then. Yeah, whatever. Sure, opponent. I was about to say, like, I'm not sure if I'll heal up my Riven or my face. I don't really want to heal up my face here. I just am doing this because I want board presence, in all honesty. Now I'm in a little bit of trouble, though. I will admit that. I am in a little bit of trouble, and that trouble is I don't really have much left in my hand. Neither does my opponent, but they have things like Rummage, and I don't. This is nice. If they attack in, I can block with Grenadier, which I will do. And I can ramp then. Like, this is a huge, huge turn for me. The ramp doesn't matter so much because I'm at 7 mana. It's not like a ramp on 4 to 6, but it's still nice. Now, I could try to Culling Strike Draven. It will not work, but I could try it. They'll just play Spinning Axe, discarding a Mushroom Cloud, sadly. And this is why I think Draven might get a nerf. He's so tough to deal with. But yeah, I think this is just a... I will start with this attack. See how they want to block here. I mostly just don't want to play into a Thermogenic Beam here. I'm a little worried if they play... Ooh, get excited, sure. I'm a little worried about a Tri-Beam now. Tri-Beam is a little scary, but it's fine. An open attack now is kind of scary because of this Ballistic bot. I don't think they've played enough spells for that Tri-Beam to be big enough. And they can't do, like, a ping plus Scorched Earth. They don't have enough mana. They need 2 mana. There's no 1 mana ping in that deck. I'm just not sure what I'm going to do about this Ballistic bot, though. So, this is a problem. Ballistic bot's doing its job. So that's a problem. Yeah, that's a very big problem for me. I think I'm gonna just go play, like, Grenadier. I don't actually know how I'm gonna deal with this. I'll do this then. This is the play. Okay, I think I see how I'll do this. This trade, this will block here. I'm playing into, what's it called? Scorched Earth. I'll be honest with you, I probably should have just taken this Draven hit. Seems like my opponent's thinking a little bit hard here, but yeah. I probably should have taken the Draven hit. Sure, healing up for 3. Well, that is nice, but I don't know if I like that. Also, I just realized my Swain is nowhere near leveling up. Because I never played Ember Maiden like in that previous game. Oh well, I think we're going to lose. We're going to lose to the best deck in the format. In my opinion, the best deck in the format, because they had Farron. And my Swain's not leveled up. Good game. I feel like if my opponent has it here, they just play Scorched Earth right away. It seems they don't have it. So I'll just play Grenadier. So this is going to be an interesting turn. That's a really good draw, though. I think the play is going to be just heal up my face. I probably should have considered healing up Leviathan, but now they have Mystic Shot Scorched Earth mana. And if they had Scorched Earth last turn, they would have played it. So I doubt they have it, unless they top-decked it, of course. Sure, opponent. I will do this attack. I like this attack here. If they block like this, that's really good for me. Because now I can Ravenous Flock Captain Farron to level up Farron. I should have also considered using a Fragment here. Now that I think about it. Yeah, this is fine. This is actually really good. This is burn that's not hitting me in the face. Oh, well, that's not good. Oh, wait, no. Because I can do this, this will level up Swain so he doesn't die to the beam. That's huge. Basically, being able to stunning Farron is all I really wanted to do here. I'm so happy my opponent didn't open attack in with that really big ballistic bot that last turn. Still, though, I am in a little bit of a bad position, though. Oh, okay, never mind. I win. I probably shouldn't have won, but I won.
History will remember us.
All right, welcome back. So as you saw from those previous 2 games, that's how you play the deck, really. Just try to get some ramp off early like we did in that one game. Ember Maiden's really good against certain cards like Zoe. In other mid-range decks, just try to get up a Swain Leviathan combo. As you saw in our last game when we got the Swain leveled up with Leviathan, our opponent just left. It also probably has to deal with them not being able to deal with the Leviathan. But also, I feel like if they were a better player, they would have beaten me. But not to harp on my opponent too much, really. But yeah, there's a lot of flex spots in the deck. I know I've seen other people play decks similar to this with Riven and Swain as well, and they play Avalanche. I'm not a fan of Avalanche. Like, I believe they play Avalanche over Ember Maiden. And they don't play the Ember Maiden Wolf Rider package. Instead, they play other stuff. But I feel like Avalanche is, one, just not good in the meta right now because it's really slow and it's not that good even against Zoe decks. And sure, it helps you level up a Swain fast too, similar to Ember Maiden, but I just like Ember Maiden more. Anyway, though, that is the deck. Fairly okay deck. Could definitely get you to Masters. It's okay in Masters as well, but if you're just looking for a good deck to play that plays Swain, I still recommend Draven Swain over this in terms of raw power level. But if you want to play Riven, this is a fairly decent Riven deck, in my opinion. I'll probably do a deck tech on Draven Swain next up because it's a fun deck and it's actually a decent deck against some of the top tier meta decks. It's really good against Zoe in general. It's good against Lee Sin because of Swain plus the boat. Swain plus boat lets you stun Lee Sin so they can't actually do anything. Pretty nice deck. Anyway, though, with that all said and done, thank you all for watching the video. I hope you all enjoyed it and you learned something by watching me play or hearing me talk. And I hope you enjoy the deck if you decide to try it out. It's very fun. It has a lot of lines of play and just very enjoyable. If you have any ideas to improve the deck, I would love to hear them. Maybe you're thinking of a card that I'm not playing that would be really good in the deck that I can't think of at the moment. Maybe you're playing a list that also plays Riven and Swain and you have a lot of different cards. I'd also love to hear it. If you just enjoyed the video in general, though, I'd love it if you could leave a comment as well or a like down below. If you guys want to keep up with the series and the content in general, please be sure to subscribe to the channel, of course. And if you guys want to catch me playing some Legends of Runeterra, you can go and catch me over on my Twitch TV account, twitch.tv/Zenaton. I stream pretty much every single day, playing a lot of variety of decks, mid-range, control, combo, even some aggro. Not too much aggro. I'm not a big aggro player, but occasionally I'll play the rare aggro deck. Anyway, though, I'm rambling now, so thank you all again for watching the video, and until I see you guys in the next one, bye!